through, it's broken the corner.
Morning.
Hey there. Go the Blues. Today's first origin in Queensland. Yes. But yeah, we just wrapped up at Chili Beach. We still had another 2 nights there, which we paid for, but we decided this morning when it was dark and gloomy, yep, let's get out of here. We've had no sun for 2 days, it's been windy.
It's been very, very windy.
I was up at 4 o'clock this morning Googling stuff and checking out the Cape and having a look around and thinking, oh, well, might be best just to move on up, sort of thing. Get the Cape over and done with.
But didn't you hear some rain coming or something?
Yeah, I did hear that there's a big rain band coming through from northern Western Australia, Northern Territory through to northern Queensland. So I don't know how much rain we're going to get, but we've got the Pasco River to go across, which we'll show you soon. Any rain that has been for the last 2 days is obviously going to flow down, so that may rise.
And that's what stops visitors coming to like Cape Weymouth, for example, and to Chili Beach. It's if you can't cross that Pasco, you can't get here unless you fly in.
Yeah. Now, funnily, as you can sort of see, as we're driving out, it's now becoming blue skies and the clouds are sort of going away. Like, I could win a kick in a cattle truck. Yeah, so I decided to push on up to Bramwell Junction. We were going to stay at Bramwell Junction for, I think I had us there for 9 nights.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Reason being, the plan was to leave the caravan and boat there and do the telegraph track, but we've been reading lots and lots of posts of the first few people that have been going up through there.
And they're churning it up already.
One of the places you have to winch out. You've got no choice, you've got to winch yourself out of there. And they've really bashed the entry and exit points. A lot of the other places are still impassable. And I've seen cars where the water's been up over the bonnet.
Yeah. So if you are coming up to do some serious forward driving on the tele track this season, make sure you've got all the recovery gear that you need.
Yeah, if this rain goes away, the waters will reside, but because it's been such a wet season, they've haven't seen the waters like this for a long time. The other thing with that too is crocodiles move around the area. So I'd hate to be in Nolan's or somewhere like that, up to your bonnet, and all of a sudden, oh, Mr. Salty comes swimming by. So yeah, we'll probably give that a miss. And what we're going to do now is probably spend a night or 2 at Bramwell, maybe 2 at the most. I'm thinking the Roadhouse. Reason being, the Roadhouse tonight has a big screen, even though I've got a big screen.
They've got brand new toilets and showers apparently as well at Bramwell Roadhouse, Junction Roadhouse.
And there'll be atmosphere there.
So guys, we're coming up to the Pasco River.
Normally we would get out and walk it, however we only came through here the other day and I've passed a few cars this morning, so we know that it's crossable.
Okay, turning right to go along the Telegraph Road towards Cape York, and if you head straight ahead it's 145 kilometres to Weipa. Bramwell Junction, 108 kilometres.
So we're just coming into Bramwell Junction Roadhouse. It's saying 900 metres. taken us 5 hours to get from Chili Beach to around here. Obviously not going flat out, watching the potholes, hitting a few here and there. But yeah, we'll go here and see what it's like.
$2.82. So we spent the last 2 nights at Bramwell Junction Roadhouse. How'd you find it?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was $15 a person per night, so $30 a night for us two. Brand new toilets and showers, and the showers were better than some of the hotels I've stayed in, like massive rain shower, great water pressure, hot water. It's all boil water, drinkable and all that, but I really enjoyed it.
And it was just nice to stop in a beautiful location with a lot of green grass and trees, and like we stopped to do just to have a bit of a break because we're ahead of schedule. We did our washing, caught up on some phone calls and things like that, and yeah.
They actually have free Wi-Fi there. Well, obviously we had our own Starlink, but beautiful green grass, plenty of taps around, so if you want to fill up, you can fill up. It's a transient camp, so like last night there was only an older couple, another older couple with a young kid, and 3 young couples with us. The night before there was there probably would have been 15-20 vehicles in there, plus all the motorbike riders that go through regularly. So some days you're saying you'll have 150 people in there, some nights you'll have no one. So it just depends on the time of the year. Obviously we're at the start, so we've got the place to ourselves basically. This road will go to Fruitbat Falls, Sam's Creek, and also through to Elliott Falls and Twin Falls. That again is on the old telegraph track, so you can veer off and go around, which I think is the Old Northern Road, I think it's called. But anyway, one thing I did find was I spoke to people that had already been up here, and a lot of them, well, one couple last night said they wish they hadn't have come. Don't know why you would come, but then again they were English. A lot of them only seem to come up for the 1-2 nights maximum. They don't seem to hang around, whereas our intention was to go to Loyalty and spend about 5 or 6 nights up there and have a bit of a fish and have a good look around. Coming all this way, I just don't see the sense in. Obviously some people are time constricted, but some people I think just, yep, tick, done, let's get out of here sort of thing. Each to their own, I'm not going to judge, but yeah, well, today's fly by the seat of our pants. I was toying up between stopping a couple of nights up near Fruitbat Falls and Twin Falls on that, or pushing on to Loyalty Beach, knocking the tip over, spending a bit of time at Loyalty Beach and then Allow Beach, and then come back and maybe do Fruitbat Falls and Twin Falls. So I'm not sure which way I'll go. Whether we'll stop on the way up or stop on the way back, it's 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, I suppose. The weather's pretty good. If it was a lot hotter, I'd definitely be stopping on the way up. But if we stop on the way back, it might be better swimming conditions. However, that'll be in June, and there'll be a lot more people up here. So, but we're about 10, 11 days ahead of ourselves. And that's because we were going to spend 4 nights at Chili Beach and only spent 2 because it was dark and gloomy and raining and windy. We were going to stay at a couple of other places that it was just, we looked at it and thought, oh, there's no point, we'll just push on. The roads have been really good. So we've made a little bit of time up our sleeve. But I will lose that going across the top end, because I'm sure we're going to stay in Mareeba for 1 night on the way back. We might stay there for 2 or 3 and clean the van and stuff down and the truck down. And one thing, we lost all our meat yesterday, nearly all of it, a whole freezer load of meat. The Anderson plug came undone, and of course I hadn't checked it for a couple of days, so we lost a few $100 worth of meat, I can tell you that much. Yeah, there was steaks, there was Wagyu burgers, there was packets of bacon, there was those crumbed chicken tenders. There was like 1.2 kilos of chicken tenders. There was all my bacon, which was like about 4 packets, which was attached from Costco, the nice streaky bacon. Yeah, I wasn't happy, not happy at all. But I suppose that's something that we need to rectify, whether we keep checking it or whether we move that fitting to some, like, I don't know. But these things happen and there's nothing that really we can do about it. Yeah, I was thinking about it last night when I was laying in bed, things that I do. And I'm thinking about maybe putting some zip ties around the Anderson plug to hold it together. Because I can't afford that to keep happening. No. There would have been $300-400 worth of meat. And we had the 2 freezers running. I kind of wish it had been the other fridge, because it was just full of ice cream and what else? Oh, Super Dupers. And because frozen fruit. And frozen fruit, yeah. So I would have rather have the meat frozen and lost the frozen fruit, and we would have been able to save the Super Dupers, but the ice cream would have gone to shit. But you know, it is what it is. Can't cry over it. Yeah. We do have some meat inside our caravan freezer. I know we do have a couple of big steaks in there, but probably 1 each. Yeah, it is 1 each, but we've also got kebabs, we've got some sausages, and some mince. Yeah, so we're right, we're right. And the roads are quite good. It's been like this for the last probably 50-60 k's. Get the odd pothole. But I've been sitting on about between 55 and 72 k's an hour. As you can see, that's been graded not that long ago. We've had 3 caravans pass us, we've had 2 trucks pass us, and a big bus. So we decided to push on from Fruitbed Falls. We didn't stop there, we'll stop there on the way back. It might warm up a bit more, it's 28 degrees outside. But we're just about to come up to the Jardine River ferry crossing. Now there's a campground here. I just passed a sign back there saying 48 kilometres to Bamaga. So I don't know whether we stop here for the afternoon, whether we cross the ferry and push on to Loyalty Beach. Don't know. Well, it's only 10 to 11. I do have to get my footy tips in, so I need internet. And we do need to jump online to pay for the ferry. You can pay it here, tap and go. Oh, a little bit of a line up here. Unless they've just stopped to they do stop for lunch.
So we've pulled up here at the Jardine Ferry. There's a little bit of a line-up to get across. Pay your ferry fees at the office before proceeding. There is no diesel here, so if you guys need fuel, make sure you get it before you end up at Jardine. This is the office. So out the back here, Jardine River Ferry Campground. There's a nice grassy patch over here, bit of a seating area over there. You've got amenities, water. Yeah, and these are the toilets. So even though there's a bit of a line up here at the Jardine Ferry, they're moving pretty quick. A lot of singles can fit on at the time, but some of the vans have to go over individually. So it looks like they're going to fit like about 4 individual cars on this one. Maybe 5. So the ferry's coming in again. That's all it does. All day, every day, back and forth. So on this one coming back, you got 1 van and then 1 car. We're on the ferry! So we made it across the ferry, but we had a little bit of a casualty.
Yeah, Jurgs, I'll be reaching out to you, mate. I need a base plate for one of the legs sent up.
Yes.
We'll go and have a look at the damage.
Maybe we should get 2, just so we got a spare.
I'll meet you at the back.
Okay. So depending on the tide, is a bit of a dip in and out on the off that barge. This one's up.
Yeah, it's this one. So all it's done is it's just ripped through, it's broken the corner off.
Yep. I said, we've crossed the ferry, and for all you guys that want to know how much it cost us, $250.
Yeah, obviously that gets you a return, but it also gets you supposedly free camping or a camping permit for the top end.
Yeah.
Even though we're going to places like Loyalty and Allow, and we're paying there anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, I think must have been on the ferry for all of
2 minutes. If that.
So yeah, pretty expensive, but hey, you want to come up here, you got to pay. There's not much you can do about it.
No, and like we said, there's no diesel at Jardine Ferry, and in their little roadhouse store there was what, a couple of fishing shirts, a few packets of chips, so don't rely on supplies or anything.
No, the Bamiga, there's a BP servo, so that's your next fuel. So the last fuel was where did we stay last night?
Bramwell Junction
Roadhouse. But hey, like, just top up as you're going, because you don't know how much touring around and running around you're going to do in between places. And talking to the guy at Bramwell, the owner there, he was telling me that they run out of fuel a hell of a lot up here at the BP. So you're not guaranteed to get fuel there either.
Yeah. Same with your supplies. Obviously they get supplies in, they go, they get them back in, they get out again. So bring with you what you think you need and try not to rely on the stores up here. Anyway, look at this road.
It's red.
It's red, it's long.
It's dusty.
It's dusty. It's quite smooth actually at the moment.
Don't talk too soon.
It's a few little bumps here and there, but it's actually pretty good.
Very straight. We're heading up to Punson Bay, have a look around there, see what they have to offer, and then from there we're going to head up to the tip, tick that off as the bucket list thing that everyone does.
Get the photo.
And from there we'll head down to, there's a couple of beaches, Somerset Beach and a few others, so we'll just cruise around and check things out, go to that Croc Tent. Now apparently it says we're only going about 87 k's all up today. It's very overcast at the moment. And
there's a few potholes on this road actually. We haven't been on this road before. But
yeah. So we'll just go along, see how it is, show them the scenery, Ross.
Yeah, it's yeah, very overcast. It looks like it's going to rain actually.
Well, we have booked a few things while we're here. We're going on Monday, we're going to shoot over to Thursday Island on the ferry and then do a bus tour around the island, have a good look around. And they have the most northernest pub in Australia. So it'd be pretty cool to have a beer there and say, hey, well, we've been to the smallest bar in Australia, now we've been to the most northernest bar in Australia.
Yeah, and I don't know whether you guys know, but Thursday Island's kind of in a little group of islands between Horn Island and Prince of Wales Island.
Yeah, so I didn't realise that till last night when I was doing a bit of research, and it's only a little island compared to the big ones around it.
If you have a look at the map and find Cape York on your map and then just veer out to the left a little bit, you'll see the group of islands. So we'll take you along for the ride and yeah, show you around. So we're not really sure if we've come the right track, but we're heading towards the to Punson Bay like Dave said, but this is the track. A little bit squeezy. So that track we started to go down, we got about 300 or 400 meters down the track and there was this creek with a massive big log across. So we turned around and we've come through another track.
Which is more like a road.
Yeah, it looks a little bit better.
So yeah, there's no signposts, so it's just like...
Find your way.
Yeah, choose your adventure.
So guys, we've arrived at the Croc Tent. Check it out. The tip is 17 kilometers from here. Let's go check out what they've got inside the Croc Tent.
Yep. Yeah, so as Ross said, we've pulled up at the Croc Tent, and they've got heaps and heaps of merchandising here. Your hat pins, your number plates, your tea towels, shirts, magnets, you name it, they have it here in cups. So definitely pop on in and check the guys out here at the Croc Tent and pick yourself up some memorable things from the Cape. Roz and I actually, we've got a tea towel, going to grab a plate, and got a magnet and a little hat badge.
So guys, this is Punson Bay campground and bar area. Now the prices have gone up. I won't mention prices because they fluctuate every year, but prices are starting roughly from, we've just met a couple in a rooftop tent and they're paying $65 a night, but don't take that for granted. Yeah, they do change. This is the pool here at Punson Bay, open 8 AM to 6 PM. You can smell the chlorine, but it's right in front of the bar and meal area. A lot of little tables around. It's a beautiful little area. Campgrounds are down that way. But yeah, if this is where you want to stay, come check it out.
So I was just chatting to the lady behind the counter there. Now when you walk in, it actually says g'day. It's not a g'day park, it's just saying hello. Prices there regardless of what you are, whether you're a caravan, a rooftop tent, a swag or a normal tent. It's $60 a night for 2 people, and then if you want power it's an extra 10. You can get water, but it's not one tap per side, it's like a communal tap. So don't be that person and hook up and just stay to it thinking you own it. Everybody has a right to it, it's communal. But yeah, it's obviously, to me it's expensive. To some people it's probably not. You get what you pay for. We just had a pie and a sausage roll that were $12 each. Mine was, tell you what, beautiful pastry, and it was absolute chock-a-block full of mince. You could not get another thing into it. But it was very, very oily, and it was hot, like really hot.
Yeah. I had the sausage roll. The pastry, yeah, the pastry was perfect, but the meat was just it was not, it was like a sausage roll meat sort of thing. I had a few veggies in it and stuff. It was nice, but it was still oily. But for $12,
come Sundays they do a pizza thing in a wood fire pizza out the back. Apparently they're meant to be pretty good, but I did have someone, and again, everyone's different. Yeah. Someone said that the pizza was absolute crap and that the food was below par. Now, that was one person, or that was 2 different people. Yeah. But other people have said that the food was outstanding. Some people have said just go there on a Sunday for the pizza. Yeah.
I think it depends on what you eat normally, what you've been eating on the. If you've been travelling for 2 weeks up here and living on baked beans and spaghetti, obviously a pizza's going to be fantastic for you. But then other people might go, yeah, it was all right, but expensive, whatever. But each to their own.
We're just trying to give you people a realistic opinion.
Yeah.
On what's up here. All right, it's a long way to come. And it's an expensive trip if you're not prepared and you don't know about the little different things. Okay, so as I was just saying, if you're just a couple, and you wanted power, that's $70 a night. Where we are, it's $50 a night. Now you stay here for 3 nights, and that's $60. That pays for another night's accommodation.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So it can add up. Some people only come for the 1 or 2 nights, so they don't really care. But
then it's a long way to come just for 1 or 2 nights. I said to Dave the other day, I said if we were like an older couple, say in our late 60s, 70s, and we were travelling Australia in our caravan, and we could afford it, I would probably just park my van in Cairns somewhere, jump on one of these outback tours, and come up here as a group and have all your meals and accommodation included. Yeah, it might be a little bit more expensive, but you're coming up here, you're seeing the main points of interest, you're going to all these beautiful destinations, and you go back, jump in your caravan. Yeah, you're not trashing your vehicle, you're not paying the ferry fees, you're not paying the fuel. The fuel's like $2.80 up around this at the moment.
Well, so the last one I paid was $2.82, and that was down at Bramwell Junction Roadhouse. Now we paid $250 to get across the ferry. Well, I heard today from a friend, for $250 you could fly to Vanuatu. So you beautiful coral reefs and no crocodiles, or come to the Cape and spend, what was it, like 2 minutes on that ferry for the same price.
But obviously if you're the younger crowd and you've got those old 4-wheel drives and you want to take them through the telly track and you want to trash them and you want to do all the adventurous stuff, yeah, so be it.
Go for it. Great experience.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity to do that. But if you're like us, you live in your van full time, you live in your truck, we don't want to trash our stuff.
I'll tell you now, I did want to do the telly track. Roz didn't. And then my smart Dave turned around and said, well, you might break this, you might trash that, and realistically, for what?
Yeah.
Just the experience of saying, hey, I went through the telly track.
Yeah.
So yeah, like,
you've got to weigh up, do we want to be stuck, down in Weipa, Cairns, Cooktown sort of area waiting for parts for the truck, and it just, you just don't want that.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed our trip so far. Like some of these roads are like 4-wheel drive tracks anyway to some people. So, and yeah, look at our Instagram post. We got bogged in the bloody river because somebody wanted water views, like close water views.
But so again, we went through. We walked it. I walked it with another guy. He got bogged, winched him out, and I thought, oh yeah, bigger tyres. I'll get through, but yeah, no, I didn't. Now, the amount of people, and we didn't have to put that up on YouTube, Instagram, but like I said, we're transparent. We post stuff. We show people, don't do what Dave tried to do, right? So you can learn by my mistakes. Now, I did it, I gave it a go, I had a crack. Now, what I'm doing should not affect you sitting back there in your armchair, okay? Like, a lot of people said, hey, good on you, you gave it a go, you're getting out there doing it, but you get those little keyboard warriors that probably can't even afford a vehicle like this, that go out, oh, small dick syndrome, or stick to the cities and stuff like that. Like, they've got absolute no idea life skills and life in general, I suppose. And I just have a bit of a laugh. One bloke said to me, he goes, oh, that's, what was the word he used? Because I had a laugh. He goes, that's pathetic. So I just wrote on there, is that what your mum thinks of you? So yeah, I get a few things I just like to have a little bit of a comeback. Some things I just water off a duck's back. I think one bloke was trying to be funny and goes, oh, geez, I bet you're getting great fuel economy. I said, yeah, mate, I am. I'm getting 20 litres per 100, rolling with 10.1 tonne. I said, my 200 series used to get between 22 and 27 with a lot lighter, so I'm very happy with my fuel economy. So yeah, it's each to your own. Like,
Yeah, and you can't let those comments worry you.
if I was that upset and worried, I wouldn't be up here in this. I would have sold it. I wouldn't be spending. If I can't afford the fuel, then you don't go, sort of thing. But people don't understand that, and all they want to do is have their little, I don't know, what do you call it, keyboard warrior moment.
They want to have their 2
worth.
cents worth.
And realistically, they've probably never left their mum's house in their mini moke. But yeah, no, get out there, give it a go. But we're just saying, like, it's very hot up here if you don't have power. Like, we spoke to people who are only getting 2-3 hours sleep a night.
And as much as we've got a lot of solar, there's been some overcast days, several in a row, and if you're relying on your solar to build that power back up, it's you're better off paying $10 and just plug it in.
And a lot of the campgrounds have trees, so you can't get the solar unless you're moving your blanket around or stuff like that. So yeah, it's a funny thing, but I'm glad I've done it. I probably won't be back again, but we'll do it and do it well, i.e. we'll do the boat ride, we'll do the helicopter ride, we'll have a good look around, show you guys from a different angle and a different point of view.
But anyway, we've just left Punson Bay. We're on our way back towards the Croc Tent. As soon as we hit the Croc Tent, we throw a lefty and
up to the tip.
Up to the tip for that iconic photo.
So yeah, we made it to the Jardine River, and we crossed it. $250. Not real cheap. You'd think they'd build a bridge so people could get over it, but yeah, obviously if that happened, they wouldn't make as much money. But anyway, they could still charge a toll. I'm sure people would still pay to go across it, but they would have all the they would have the problems that they have been having. I think so far this season it's been broken 8 or 9 times. Anyway guys, it's that time again, joke time with Dave. Hey Roz.
Yes, Dave.
When a flamingo stands, why does it only raise 1 foot?
I don't know.
Well, if it raised 2, it'd fall over. Catches.